You don't want any bugs in your teeth.
We might have that in the bag.
Turbo, it made it better.
Oh boy.
Today's video is sponsored by Delete Me. We built a 670cc V-twin powered Volkswagen Beetle and drove it all the way to Texas.
Roadhouse.
But now we want to modify this thing to try to break the speed limit.
We've already been 65 miles per hour downhill. The highest speed limit here in North Carolina is 70. We have the gearing, now we just need the power.
That's right, so we have this turbocharger, which is gonna sit right about here and should provide plenty of extra power to get this thing well past 70 miles an hour. We've had shocking results turbocharging one of these Predator 670s in the past. We've been 93 miles an hour in just the 8th mile with this exact setup on our dragster.
I just run a 789 at 91 miles an hour.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, that's what...
So now, let's start taking this thing apart and installing some boost.
Wait, would this thing do a burnout the way it's set up right now?
Scott, that is an excellent question. Before we take it apart, see if this thing will spin the tire. Dude, that was solid. So if it'll spin the tire now, imagine what it's gonna do with like 8 PSI of boost.
Third gear hole shot.
Dude, it's gonna be insane. So just the NA burnout was impressive. I can't wait to see what it does with boost. So we're gonna take the carburetor, the intake manifold, the exhaust off to make room for this beautiful turbo to get nestled down in the V there. Now, what I failed to mention earlier about our 93 mile an hour pass with this setup was that, well, that other engine had billet internals and stuff that help it turn 8,000 RPM without exploding. This is completely stock. This is governed at 3,600 RPM stock. We're gonna be pushing it way past that. So there's a good chance this thing is gonna spill its guts on the freeway on the way to 70 miles an hour. But there's only one way to find out.
All right, so the first thing that we gotta do is some interference removal. We gotta get all this stuff out of here so we can make room for the turbo. So we're gonna take off the carburetor, we're gonna take off the manifold, and we're gonna also take off the exhaust. And then that way we have some room that we can play around and mock up how we're gonna do all this tubing and get this turbo installed.
These headers aren't gonna work, so I got all my materials here. General idea of how this is gonna fit on. We'll get to cutting and welding.
So we drug this thing out of the woods and we're trying to do 70 miles per hour with it. And we read y'all's comments on what y'all would do to get this plexiglass looking better. Now we already tried headlight restore on the windshield. It did okay, but it didn't do, well, you can obviously see it. It didn't do great. So I heard comments with a heat gun or a torch. I figured, I got the torch right here. Let's just try not in front of the driver. We'll try in front of the passenger. We're gonna hit this and see if it will kind of clear up. I've seen this work with like trim pieces on cars and it does a pretty good job. So will it clean up Lexan? Let's find out. Nope. That was fast enough. Nope. Dude, that yellowed immediately. Is it gonna go away? Huh. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to try something else because that is way worse than it looked before. So, hey guys, does anyone know how to clean Lexan, make it clear again? Any ideas? So since the flame didn't work, we have a heat gun. So let's try this out. Put it on high. It's pretty hot. Ooh, yeah. See what the heat gun will do. see any difference, do you?
Maybe try the backside too.
I think we're gonna have to find something else, dude, because
You might want to come back and look at that strip that you've done.
yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's too hot to touch. I'm afraid to do any more because it might start melting. Okay, so let's look some more and see if we can figure something else out. I think we need to replace it, but we're gonna keep trying. All right, so I definitely gave this plenty of chances with this heat gun. It definitely looked like it was doing a better job from where you're at right now. If you look, here looks clearer than here. It's foggy and it gets clear. But if you come on this side, you look at tape measure through the fogginess, and then you look, I can see it better there than coming over to the clear part. It gets a little bit foggier for some reason. That is so weird. So I'm gonna just stop right there, and maybe we'll get a buffer and some compound and really go to town on this. And I don't know, I don't have high hopes on it. We might have to replace the whole windshield. So we're putting our intake together. We have the flange, and then we have the tubing here. And we've had a lot of problems when making these. We will warp the flange here, and we always have to go to the belt sander and kind of clean it up. I'm just gonna try something out here. I'm gonna kind of bolt this up in our vise, get a little tight, and I'm gonna run a bead right there. I'm pretty sure our warpage is probably coming from the weld and the heat and just kind of pulling. And this is probably not gonna help, but this is for testing purposes only.
Science.
Science, that's right.
Usually we'll vice grip it to a big piece of aluminum.
Right. This to dissipate heat and all that stuff. This is also a big piece of metal, and maybe it'll help kind of draw the heat out of it too. Cover. Ah, right down my shoe.
Oh, it's a great science experiment.
I learned something today.
That's called wear shorts in the shop and get hot melt down your legs. Oh yeah. I thought we already had a fire in there, and that's why we decided to move the trash can from that spot.
I learned something else today.
Dude, we are learning so much today.
I like science.
Let's just go put it outside. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Fire.
Well, let's see if it's worked.
Definitely still work. I mean, it's okay.
All right, we still learned something.
It was a thought.
We're still alive. We still have our leg hair.
Still have a shop.
I probably ought to check on that trash can outside. Excuse me.
Buddy, I'm not jealous of your job today.
Fixing mistakes.
There you go. You know what? We bought a purge kit because we know that welding stainless, you need to, what do they say?
Back purge.
Back purge.
So that it helps with this thin stuff not falling straight through. It gets a little pressure on the back side.
Right.
As well as protecting the molten weld pool from the back.
Right. But we need a second tank.
That's right. Or split off. But second tank would be nice.
Let's get a second tank. So on the next turbo setup, we're going to have that done.
Besides that, at least the Y's done.
Dag nabbit, I blew another hole in it. Dude, my mind has been elsewhere. I was just thinking about my meeting with Delete Me, and we're trying to get to the bottom of who's been stealing my data. Well, I signed up with you guys at Delete Me, who's sponsoring today's video, because I kept getting these random texts about 0% interest credit cards, spaghetti dates, and toll payments I've never heard of.
It sounds like your data has been acquired by data brokers, who are individuals and corporations that can legally collect and sell all types of information about you. Some of the most dangerous brokers are people search sites, which collect personally identifiable information like your name, address, phone, and relative names and sell it to anyone with a credit card. We have reason to believe that it could be one of these people.
Wow, yeah, I feel exposed to serious risks like identity theft, scams, phishing attempts, harassment, and doxing.
As you should be.
And that's why I've been trusting you all at Delete Me to protect my privacy online.
And we're happy to do that. Delete Me is a hands-free subscription service that removes your personal information from hundreds of data brokers and people search sites, reducing the risk of your valuable data getting into the wrong hands. So, is there anything else you wanted to tell us before we start the investigation?
No, that's everything. I just think it's great to be working with Delete Me privacy advisors like you who are real people for custom requests to help when I need it.
That's what we're here for. I'm gonna get our best investigator on the case. Delete Me has been the leading expert in personally identifiable information removal for over 15 years and was recently named by Wirecutter as the #1 data removal service. They were also mentioned in the New York Times last month due to the rising concern of data privacy breaches. Delete Me performs regular privacy reports that you access on your account's dashboard, where they tell you exactly where your data was found with the sources named and listed. Get 20% off Delete Me consumer plans when you go to joindeleteme.com/carsandcameras and use promo code carsandcameras at checkout, or use the QR code on screen. That's joindeleteme.com/carsandcameras, code carsandcameras. So we have the beginnings of our turbo manifold tacked in. Clearance is pretty tight on this, believe it or not. Even though we have all this open airspace, space right back here gets tight very quickly. So we're gonna have our 34mm Mikuni carburetor sitting out front here, and the exhaust coming from the ports on the back side of the engine into the turbo there. And you can see the exhaust after it exits the turbo is very close to the body, but it looks like it's gonna fit. Yeah, we're gonna have to raise this puppy pretty good to clear not only the carburetor bowl, but we also need to get air from here on the turbo into the engine. So it's tight, boys.
Doable.
It's gonna be way easier to set this up with the engine out of the car. Wow. That's like a 130-pound assembly.
It's awkward, dude.
Maybe more than that.
It's awkward.
The best part is, all we had to do was undo 4 engine bolts and a kill switch. Didn't have to do the starter or any other wiring.
Yep. All right, dude. I just want to check. Gonna see if there's any extra movement in this crankshaft since we've been driving this thing with no throwout bearing. I think that is exactly like it was before. So we don't have a throwout bearing on this engine, which means when we press in on the clutch, the crankshaft moves, and it moves this direction. So since we don't have a throwout bearing, we could have excessive wear in the case on the engine. I'm hoping that we're not gonna have any excessive wear. We're gonna find out eventually, but we'll just try to keep the clutch shifts and stuff to a minimum.
So you tell me we're not gonna install one today?
No.
So we dragged a car out of the woods with a windshield we can't see out of with a lawnmower engine with no throwout bearing, and we're gonna try to go 70 miles an hour?
You don't have to have the foot in on the clutch or behind the windshield for 70. I got clears, man. I just poke up above the windshield.
All right, I'm glad you're confident.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just don't smile. You don't want any bugs in your teeth.
Yeah, taking the engine out is totally paying off.
That's not what I had in mind.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Now we just need to connect that
Get it down.
to that, and that down
You got a
to
spot over there?
Easy peasy.
So we have the hot side of the turbo hooked up. We got the manifold from the heads to the turbo flange. I even put some recesses for the bolts to pass by. It turned out pretty decent. We MIG'd it, we didn't TIG it on this one. And I think that's gonna be fine. We're going back to MIGing. It was just a little bit of gapping we had to do, and MIG is good for that. So the positive pressure side, the charge side, is going together now. I made this little part of the intake, charge side. We got the flange mounted on the turbo. I just need to add this piece, MIG it together, and then we're gonna have our turbo set up complete. So we finished up the intake, the positive pressure
Charge pipe.
charge pipe. Looks all right. Let's install it and see if it installs just fine. Had to make a gasket for it. She's a beaut, Clark. Well, I found some leaks. I'm not sure.
Luke's not here, so
I'm pretty sure it wasn't me.
I'm pretty sure it's Luke's leaks. Boys, I think this thing's gonna sound like a turbo V8. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's gonna sound better than a factory Beetle.
I agree.
I don't see nothing.
You don't see nothing?
I think it's gonna sound pretty good. We got some major leak, but I don't know where it's coming from now.
Give me a break.
Dude, you turned it into a tomato.
I know. Oh, look at all the leaks down there at the,
Oh, that's where it's coming from. Yep, found it.
Oh yeah, that's a leak.
So we should probably hit that with a TIG.
Man, final installation on our new turbo manifold. I don't know what to call this thing. It's not exactly a looker, and everyone in the zip code helped build it.
How about just call it the Turbo?
The turbo manifold. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna make the Volkswagen a whole lot faster.
We hope.
But will it make it go 70?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think we're gonna be able to go 70 with a little bit of reserve power?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna break the law.
What do you think the top speed will be then?
I think the top speed of this thing is going to be as much, if not equal, to a factory Volkswagen Beetle.
What is a factory Volkswagen Beetle?
80 to 81.
Which year?
Like a
1973.
So this car, when it was brand new, went
80 to 81
miles an
top
hour?
speed, yeah.
We might have that in the bag.
I hope so. I'm going to run this copper line. That's the oiling for the turbo. It's going to go down to the oil pump.
670 is a great platform to boost, especially turbocharged, because you got your oil in and out right there.
Yeah.
Internal oil pump.
Nice.
Don't need a battery.
Look at that thing, dude.
What did you call
I
it?
just said that was a meatball. It's round. It looks like a meatball. Yeah, it's a spicy meatball.
now.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Dude, that is a meatball of a motor. That looks, I mean, it's cool, man. I mean, I'm proud of you, buddy. Because you single-handedly did the charge pipe.
No. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Scott.
Let's get this thing in the car and start making some noise.
Alright. There we go. Dude, it just fell into place. Oh.
It was good before. That is.
Sweet. I like how the exhaust is
Oh, it's just gonna
got
blow everything out.
Got a little gap away from the
throttle cable.
yeah.
And firewall. Dude, that is pretty sweet.
Yeah. You know, maybe just kind of come out
Yeah.
with a dump.
That's a party bug. This thing is about to sound insane.
I hope I got the jetting right. I mean, I
It'll
didn't
probably run a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think I went nuts with it, but hey, can you give me a flathead screwdriver, please?
Yeah.
When we get it running, can you keep an eye on that fitting right there? Check for leaks.
Yes.
And down there where it's screwed in.
You got it.
Yeah,
Is it ready?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. All right. I want to see what happens, man. I think just putting around here, we're not going to blow it up unless you really do your best. So
You shouldn't have said that.
do your best. All right, man. Turbo Predator 670, first fire up.
All right, let's try it out. Cranking. to grab or cut it off, or, well, you can't cut it off. It sounds good. Try to stall it off if it goes Yep.
Sounds a little rough.
Yeah, it does.
You can really hear that turbo.
So you can hear the turbo whistling a bunch, but it sounds like it's running on 1.5 cylinders.
I can't see over this windshield. Look.
You might need to jet it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems unhappy.
Yeah, and I don't want to mess it up.
Pull it back in?
Pull it back, you can hear the turbo.
Yeah, you really can. Got a little bit of smoke there. And it's quieter? It sounds awesome.
Already smoking the exhaust.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Well, I think I need to go a bit richer on the
Richard?
Huh.
jet.
Whole corner of the car is hot. Wonder why.
It's a whole.
Yeah, I could feel
This whole
that.
thing is hot.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's shooting right into the body, and it's coming out in here. Someone
I felt like
someone
hot puffs of air like into my arm.
Are you feeling a little lightheaded? Okay, that's why it smelled rich to you, because the exhaust is just going straight to you, dude. All right, well, I mean, it works, but
It's only up from here.
I hope so.
Nice job, guys.
Thanks.
So we're gonna read the plugs to get an idea of the our fuel distribution. So that is crazy rich.
Called it.
Yours is also crazy rich.
Okay, well,
I guess we need to jet it down.
okay.
That would be a good starting point, because you're worried that this intake setup is favoring one cylinder, and
I
that's
think
why
so.
it was running on 1.5.
That's my thought. Now, is that what happened? I don't know.
Yeah.
We might still have some
Leaks.
Some leaks,
Right, we could
but,
totally have some leaks.
but I'm gonna just leave that out and let it air out.
Okay. Yeah, man. Let's
Another thing we can do is, since we turbocharged it, we probably need to close up the gaps a little bit,
okay.
because the boost can be blowing out the flame and stuff.
So you think after that first test drive, you think we're still going 70 miles an hour?
Yeah,
I don't know, buddy.
even with the smoking turbo.
We gotta get this thing dialed in to go 70.
Yeah.
So this engine was running way too rich last night, so we let it air out overnight and we switched out our 330 jet for a 310. We're gonna give it another shot. Choke. It's like reasonably quiet now.
Yeah.
Ready to go for a ride?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's
A little better?
I think it's lean.
I think it's lean now. Nice drive in the country and the V-twin Beetle that almost sounds like a V8.
Yeah, that exhaust is coming right in. Oh my goodness.
Dude, this is smell coolant.
Yeah, why does it smell like coolant?
It's actually better.
Yeah, this is great, man. And it's quiet, like a turbo fixed it. What do you think?
I can hear the turbo.
Yeah, man, it's better.
Alright, yeah, it's definitely better. So I'm gonna get on it hard, pull up to the door, and we're gonna read the plug.
Sounds good.
Alright,
Dude,
not bad.
a turbo, it made it better. We definitely have to do something with that because it's just getting blasted and my right side is getting heated.
Yeah,
It's warming up the body of the car.
and it's shooting all the exhaust right into the car, so we're like dying of carbon monoxide.
Yeah, so we'll just turn it this way and come out. But man, it's way better than it was yesterday. So what's the air-fuel ratio looking like?
It's a little on the rich side. Just a little bit. But I think it's got more oil in there than gasoline.
All right, we're getting this thing all finished up and ready to try to go 70 miles an hour. We got a full exhaust here that now exits the vehicle, so we shouldn't suffocate while driving down the road. We got a catch can, zip tying that up, and we got one more thing to do though before we hit the road.
Yeah?
So we got one more thing to try on this windshield, and we got this from comments in the last video. A polisher.
Okay.
So if this doesn't work, we're just gonna have to get a new piece of Lexan, but we got 1,000, 3,800, and 2,500 polish, and it's pads. So always wanted to try this, try to make this thing a little easier to see through.
I kind of have my doubts, dude, because this thing's been sitting out in the weather for years.
But dude, I'm just like, think about that beautiful payoff of like crystal clear restoration windshield.
I mean, if we can do it, awesome. Gonna love it.
If this thing can go 70 miles an hour, then we can get this windshield clean. You know, my first business back in the day was detailing cars, right?
Was it really?
Yeah. I was like 15, couldn't drive, but still found a way to detail cars. I never got this far though. I never did the
I
polish.
think you're gonna have to put the handle on the other side, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, now you do that.
Yeah.
And we're starting with the low grit.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
All right. Good luck.
I don't know, man. It might be a little better.
I can't just do that fast and
Hold on.
expect it to be better.
Nope, that looks the same. It really just soaked up all that.
I mean, you got to go longer.
Yeah.
I think it's a little better, honestly.
That's a lot better.
Well,
Don't you think so?
This is just step one.
Yeah, it's just step one. Dude, I think we move
Okay.
on to step two.
Yeah, that is better.
Ooh, it
I
even
can-
feels different. Here,
I can see it.
listen.
Yep. Driver side, you can hear it's like chalkboard, and then I guess passenger side's a lot smoother. It's rough. Oh yes, smoother.
So we're just gonna keep at this for a few minutes and show you guys the finished result.
So you're already on step two.
Yes, sir. Dude, that's a lot better. I'm shocked.
It's a big difference between the driver side and the passenger side, for
Hey,
real.
you got nearly blind, half blind. That's solid. I'm sure a professional could get it a lot better, but polishing method. 2 thumbs up, guys. Thanks for the comments. We're gonna get the other side done and hit the road.
Hey man, I got something. Come here, check it out.
What do you got?
Don't you worry about it. Well, it kind of looks like it's gonna rain. So I was scrolling on Facebook like I always do, and I came across something, pretty good deal, I think. I think you're gonna like it. I picked it up for 160 bucks.
Okay. So what, are we gonna make an episode with this thing, or what do you
I don't
think?
know, that's up to you, dude. Here it is.
A fan? Is that a fan?
With a gas motor on it.
Dude, what? For the cast aluminum blades, huh?
Yeah.
I'm terrified to think of what's the plan here, buddy?
Can we put it on a go-kart or a mini bike and have it propel us?
You know what? I kind of want to see if we can get it running and see if it'll scoot something across the floor real quick.
Dude, let's do it.
And you know what? This is an awesome reminder for everybody out there. Mini Mayhem Fall 2025 is coming up October 24, 25, 26 at Busco Beach. Go visit our Facebook group for more. We had some awesome fans show up and they made those shirts. Oh, I'm coming.
Fan.
Yeah.
You said fan.
There we go. Some subscribers that came and joined up, and they gave us some shirts too. So we hope to see you guys out there at Mini Mayhem this fall.
See if this thing will fit on a chair.
So we're just gonna mount it to the chair, see if it'll run.
Hey, man, we got something here.
I'm up for it. Yeah.
Okay. Because if it'll scoot the chair, that'll be awesome.
Dude, what does this have to do with the Turbo Beetle?
Well, you know, turbos. It's a lot of airflow. It's a lot of airflow. Maybe.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm with it. I don't think it's gonna scoot that chair across the floor, let alone move a go-kart.
Well, you know, I hope it does, because I think it'd be pretty sweet if it did. How does the throttle work on this thing? Does it just go straight to
3600.
3600? It's just kind of a fixed throttle. You crank it up and then you set it to an RPM, like that.
Okay.
And of course, I'm gonna come up to it and I'm gonna hit it.
Governor.
Governor delete.
Dude. It's funny, it looks just like a 6.5 horse, but it's only a 160.
So what's your definition of success here? What, in your wildest dreams, what's gonna happen?
Well, I'm hoping that this thing's gonna push this cart across the room. And if it does, I think we ought to see about putting this on some sort of cart or go-kart and see if it'll make it around the Grand Prix.
Oh boy.
You know, maybe we put a performance Tillotson on this thing.
This is probably gonna go about like my rocket-powered go-kart idea.
Hopefully better. Yeah, so this is an idea we threw at our crew chief channel members and they thought it was a great idea. So I'm not sure what to expect. I'm looking at the blades and they're not that substantial.
It's a clutch or direct drive?
It's direct drive, dude.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm hoping that maybe with a little bit more RPM, we can get a little something out of it.
Or they're gonna shatter.
Either way, it's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of strong. Let's give it a shot.
I'm scared.
Fuel on. Choke is on, I think. Which way is choke? I think it's this way. All right, let's give it a shot. You ready?
Oh, I can feel the wind.
All right.
Get us some starting fluid. Man, didn't you hear this thing run before you bought it?
No, this will be a first.
It sounded like the hovercraft. I'm having flashbacks, PTSD. Ooh, it's a nice breeze. It's not quite a Category 1, that's more like a tropical storm.
well, we're gonna have to go through that carburetor, but it moves the cart with nothing on it. And that's like, what was the RPM, do you think? Yeah. I don't even think I heard it go over 3,000.
Yeah, maybe 3, yeah. But like, you add more RPM doesn't necessarily mean more thrust. Like, you could start to cavitate, right?
With air?
Yeah.
I know water, it's that
but
way.
But it reaches a point where it becomes not efficient.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
I think it'd be sweet. And it does move here, but that does not mean it can move on uneven surface and uphill. So,
I don't know, dude. I think it's a great idea. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments.
All right, buddy. Yep. Final road test. Let's see if it can keep up in the big league.
All right.
Choke. That's to the floor? I think it's slowed down. Is that the turbo?
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? We're able to keep up with traffic here. That's solid.
Yeah. It feels like it's only run on one cylinder here.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, the nice thing is we're able to cruise right here at the speed limit.
Yep.
And it's relatively quiet. I mean, we can have a conversation now. So it did quiet it down, and the weather is awesome. We just got to find a spot to turn around, get back to the shop, and read the plugs. Does all that smoke us? Maybe. Oh boy. Oh dear. Brakes. Hey, it stops pretty good, man.
Not bad.
And I don't smell exhaust anymore.
Yeah.
I do smell oil. Oh boy. Oh boy. We gotta go. What? Are you kidding me? We gotta get back to the shop. Oh no. This thing is on its last leg. Dude, is it running on one cylinder?
I'm not sure, but it's definitely not happy.
This did not go how we thought it would. And we made it.
Yeah.
And look at all that smoke in the perfect nick of time.
Watch your phone.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's bad.
Yeah. Open the gate.
You got it.
I'm gonna run straight to the shop.
This is bad. Look at all that smoke. Hey, at least it sounds good. Dude, that was a close call. We barely made it back to the shop.
Dude, these turbos have not been lasting at all, man. We've had nothing but trouble with a string of these turbos.
It's just this recent batch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call the guys at the G-Pop shop and see about getting the carbon seals put in it.
Yeah, look at this thing. It's made a puddle down there in the V.
It's actively leaking right here as I'm looking at it. Got oil dripping from the turbo down the engine. It's just everywhere. We don't need to drive this thing until we get that thing fixed. I bet you this thing's like, we probably burnt a quart of oil in the short time we were out.
Dude, I mean, this engine this turbo has 15 minutes on it. We used to get hours out of them before we blew them up.
Yeah, this one only lasted like 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dude. I say we put this thing back in and go from there, dude.
So we know what we need to do to move forward with this project, to make it go 70 plus miles an hour. It just won't happen today. Let's get this thing back in the shop, order some parts. We will catch you guys next time.
Guys, today's tech tip, keep your online presence safe by getting 20% off Delete Me at joindeleteme.com/CarsandCameras, code CarsandCameras.